Good day, sir. My name is Rodmar Isamuya and I'm from Group 7. Today I will going to discuss project presentation and peer review. First is effective technical presentation. Slide preparation. Your slide should be clear, concise, and visually structured with minimal text, consistent formatting, and relevant visuals to enhance audience understanding. Second one is data visualization. Using appropriate graphs, charts, and diagrams makes complex data easier to interpret, ensuring clarity and accuracy in conveying key insights. Third one is clarity and delivery. A well-paced, confident, and engaging presentation with clear speech and effective body language keeps the audience focused and enhances message retention. The second one is handling questions and criticisms during defense. Preparation before the defense. You should thoroughly review your research, anticipate possible questions, and practice concise responses to increase confidence and preparedness for the defense. Responding to questions effectively. Listen carefully, answer concisely, and clarify uncertainties while maintaining composure. The third one is handling criticism constructively. View criticism as a constructive feedback, respond professionally, and make necessary adjustments to improve the quality and credibility of your work. Peer review process and incorporating feedback. First is understanding the peer review process. Peer review evaluate the quality, accuracy, and relevance of work through expert assessments before acceptance or publication. Best practice for giving a feedback. Effective feedback should be specific, constructive, and solution-oriented, focusing on improvement rather than criticism. Effectively incorporating feedback. Analyzing feedback objectively, prioritizing valuable suggestions, and making necessary revisions will greatly enhance the clarity and credibility of your work. Lastly is handling conflicting feedback. You should evaluate it based on your research objectives, logical reasonings, and expert guidance to determine the best course of action.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir. I am Roberto Paulo M. Espino from BSCS 3A. I am going to present to you, which is Week 17, Final Exam and Thesis Defense Preparation. The topic is how to prepare for thesis defense questions. First is understand your research deeply. Understanding your research deeply, nakakatulong ito para prepared ka sa pag-explain yung inyong methodology, findings, and conclusions clearly. Para hindi ka malito kung sasagot ka sa panel. Next is anticipate common questions. Dito is dapat expect mo na yung mga posible na tanong ng panel according sa kung ano yung limitation ng inyong project or research or possible improvements sa inyong research kasi yung mga panel is diyan talaga sila nagke-question kung ano yung mga limitations ng inyong research. Next is practice defending your work. Dito is dapat mag-conduct muna kayo ng mock defense kasi ang mock defense is nakakatulong ito sa pag-improve ng inyong pagdi-defend kapag final defense na, which is confident ka na magsagot sa panel at may improve mo yung pagsasagot mo pag during mock defense is improve na siya kapag final defense na. Next is stay composed and confident. Importante talaga yung pagiging confident para naman masagot mo yung mga questions ng maayos at mako-construct mo yung criticism professionally. Next is prepared supporting materials. Dito is dapat meron kang slides na merong key points para in case na tatanungin ka ng panel, which is meron kang titignan na reference. Next topic is common mistakes in software project defenses. Una is lack of in-depth understanding. Ito yung mga common mistakes kasi hindi masasagot ng maayos ng researcher yung panel kasi hindi nila study ng maayos yung kanilang research, which is nagkakaroon ng mahinang response sa panel during questioning. Next is poor presentation structure. Dito is hindi organized yung mga slides na ginawa, then yung mga text is masyadong maliit or hindi masyadong maintindihan, kaya nako-confuse yung panel. Next is inadequate testing and debugging. Siyempre kapag nagde-demonstrate ka ng inyong project or software or any hardware, which is dapat kailangan mo munang i-test or i-debug muna bago i-present. Next is failure to justify design choices. Dito is sa design na nagawa mo, which is hindi mo masyadong na-justify or na-explain kung bakit mo pinili yung ganitong design. Next is weak handling of criticism. Dito is nagiging maldito or maldita yung researcher sa pagsagot sa panel. Hindi ba sila professional sa pagsagot, kaya nagiging defensive sila, hindi nila i-address yung feedback ng panel. Next is over-reliance on slides. Dito is yung mga researcher is nagre-rely lang sila sa kung ano yung mga slides na ginawa nila. Halimbawa, kapag nagque-question yung wala bang engagement sa panel. Next is ineffective time management. Dito is minamadali yung pag-explain sa panel, which is hindi may hindi pagkakaintindihan dahil nga sa masyadong mabilis nila ina-explain. Nire-rush ba nila? Next topic is final project refinements before submission. Una is code and functionality review, which is i-try nyo munang mag-debug or i-optimize yung performance ng inyong project or software or any hardware na merong code para naman ma-ensure na gumagana lahat yung functions. Next is the UI or UX enhancement. Dito is i-improve pa kung ano yung kailangang i-improve para naman magiging user-friendly yung project. Next is the documentation completion, which is ifa-finalize mo muna yung mga technical documents para naman if organized ba or may mga text ba na hindi na typo, yan lang. Next is peer and mentor feedback. Dito is mag-implement muna ng last minute na improvement based sa mga feedback ng mentor or mga expert para naman bago mag-submit, which is maganda or malinis yung magiging outcome ng inyong project or research. Next is that thorough testing. Dito is mag-conduct ng final testing. Siyempre, importante naman na lahat ng functions or inyong project is maayos na. Importante talaga yung pag-test muna or last test bago mag-submit. And last is the backup and submission preparation. Dito is halimbawa na may nawala or hindi inaasahang pangyayari na dapat meron pang backup plan, something naka-save muna yung mga formats, or yun lang, dapat i-save muna yung mga formats na sakaling mawala yung isa, which is may backup plan pa para naman para hindi maiwasang malate submission or baka sakaling mabagsak pa. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Good day, sir. My name is Wilson Villavino Jr. from BSCS 3A. This is week 18 final project submission and evaluating, finalizing technical documentation, user manual, system architecture. User manual provide clear instruction on how to install, configure, and use the system, include troubleshooting and step and fact system architecture documentation outline the system structure technologies, use database, design and key components to help future developers understanding and maintain project. Clarity with accuracy, ensure documentation is detailed yet concise, well organized, and free of errors. Compliance with standards, follow academic or industry, documentation format, and ensure all required sections are included. This is paper formatting and submission guidelines, key formatting requirements, um, structure and organization follow the standard format title page, abstract acknowledgement table of contents, introduction, methodology, result and discussion, conclusion, reference, and evidence. Formatting standards. Use the required font style each Times New Roman 12, line spacing 1.5 or double space, and margin specification, citation referencing, adhere to prescribed citation style, APA and MLA, IEE, etc., and ensure proper text, citation, and bibliography formatting, figure and tables, label and number all figures and table appropriately, ensuring clarity and consistency. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Submission guidelines. Therefore, which is formatting and naming, plagiarism check, final review and proofreading, submission deadline, and process. File format and naming. This guideline specifies the acceptable file type for your submission, like PDF, docs, PPT. It also dictates how the file should be named. A standardized file name usually includes your name, the assignment title, and perhaps a date or version number. Plagiarism check. This requires you to verify the originality of your work. You're expected to use plagiarism detective software to scan your document and identify any instances of copying. The content. Even if you're not intentionally plagiarizing, failing to cite sources correctly can be considered plagiarism. Final review and proofreading. Before submitting, you must carefully review your work for any errors. This includes your grammatic, typos, spelling errors, and etc. Submission deadline and process. This guideline outlines the specific date and time by which your submission must be received. It also details the method of submission, which might involve uploading files to an online portal, emailing the submission, or submitting a hard copy. It's crucial to understand and adhere to the institution policies regarding late submission. So, sa prompted key areas for adjustment, addressing panel feedback, enhancing technical aspects, refining data analysis, and proofreading and formatting. So, addressing panel feedback, this means incorporating the suggestion and criticisms from your thesis defense panel. You need to revise your work to address their specific concerns and improve its quality. Enhancing technical aspects, if your thesis involves code, algorithms, or any technical components, you might need to fix bugs, optimize performance, or refine your method. Refining data and analysis. Sometimes you might need to adjust your data, recalculate results, or interpret your finding based on feedback or further analysis. Proofreading and formatting. This is the final polish. You need to carefully check the grammar, spelling, and punctuation errors and ensure your thesis follows the required formatting style. Final resubmission. This section outlines the final steps before submitting your revised thesis. Verify all required changes are implemented. Double-check that you've addressed all the feedback and made the necessary revision in each of the key areas. Get feedback from advisor before finalizing. Before final submission, it's crucial to get your advisor approval on the revised version. They can provide valuable insight and catch any remaining issues. Submit the revised thesis within the given deadline. Make sure you submit the final version of your thesis by the specified deadline. Missing the deadline can have serious consequences. That's all, and thank you.